Hello. Hi there, everyone. How are you today? Well, today I'm going to do a reading for the autumn equinox here that we have on the 22nd. Usually falls on the 22nd, yes. And I enjoy doing these kind of readings. I've always done them on my YouTube channel. And I'm working with the Guide to the Fairy Ring by Anna Franklin, which I really enjoy. And The Sacred Circle, also by Anna Franklin, illustrated by Paul Mason. Both of her books are with him. And I'm bringing forward my Celtic Dragon Tarot to see what they have to say. And I'm also bringing the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, one card pull at the end. Okay? And yes, I love Celtic faith as well. I really dig it all. I love the fairies. I have stories to share about them, but not today. But I did want to start with this one card that's here that it speaks of in it's from the fairy ring, the fairy festival. In this deck, it speaks of seasons. Okay, this is not a tarot deck. This is like the different kind of fae, and then the seasons of the fae. And this is her fest of the fairy festival. Okay, and you can see a fairy mound there. All right. And I just want to open with this card because it does speak of what this means to them. Let me see. I know I'm trying to read this early. I have something to do later this afternoon, but the sun is still bright. Oh, before I read this, I got to share. Okay. So, I've been through this hurricane. I've been kind of discombobulated in sorts. However, this morning, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I can see the sun is shining bright. Like it's been kind of weird with the sun. After tropical storms, there's always some kind of in the atmosphere something off. But this morning, through my front door, my entryway front door, which is a glass door, it's not a stained glass. It's not in colors, but it's got a design to it. But it's glass, and the sun is shining bright. So, I want to go outside. So I literally open up the door, and right there, I have a circular driveway. Right there are 4 ibis, okay? And I could see 3 others going around the bend where the grass is, because they like to eat the bugs, okay? Oh my goodness. And I love them. Ibis are in Egypt, and I think in France and Spain as well, other areas, but mainly here in Florida for the USA. But the god Thoth, the creator, writer, one of the main gods, Thoth, even, the Book of Thoth, the Egyptian pantheon, all written by Aleister Crowley. We're going to talk about him down the road too, with all this Scientology stuff that's going on. But um, I'm like, wow, what's going on here? So I go within. Now I just stood still. I opened the door, and I hadn't seen them yet. I'm just walking out, and there they were. And they're kind of big birds. They're bigger than a blue and gold macaw. They stand kind of like almost 2 feet. Okay, they're not little birds. And so I go inside, and I always go to Native American wisdom when I'm talking about totem animal scenarios. So I go and look up ibis, and in the Native American wisdom, it says it's a symbol for danger and optimism. And I'm like, oh Lord, what does that mean, right? And then it says that in Native American wisdom, the ibis was a symbol for danger and optimism because this bird shared the wisdom that they were the last to seek shelter from a hurricane and the first to emerge. Can you believe that? Because I've been like, this hurricane is really, and the shelter, and now we got, and Jose did damage, and now we have Maria may take a turn and come again in Florida. It's hit my Caribbean beautiful people. I've been praying so much. I'm not myself right now. I really, really am not, in the respect that, I'm Caribbean from the islands. I'm an island woman, and it's like, what's going on? What is going on? And even somebody wrote to me today. They asked me, you know, Bella, what's going on this earth, and I have an answer to that. I answered him today, but I think I have to make a video about it. But anyway, especially when these ibis came through. And then I looked up another website, and they said that the ibis is also a symbol of fertility, wisdom, magic, and enlightenment. Okay, so just keep that in tune with what, because that just happened this morning. All right, and I needed that. I really did. I really did. And I am about bringing wisdom and magic and enlightenment to our YouTube channel. Okay, I really am. I try that, and I always only wish all the best for all my friends. Fertility, you know, sharing with your babies, becoming your spiritual warriors, okay? That's one thing. I'm not one just to read your horoscope, okay? I'm not one of those. I'm a spiritual teacher. And I know a lot of people, I remember back in the day, I'd open up the newspaper, there's before YouTube and everything, and look at the monthly horoscope, the daily horoscope, just to get that information. But I I'm not astrologer or astronomer. I'm just here to teach us to become our own spiritual teachers within, spiritual warriors, so we can handle life, you know, in introspection, okay, and in enlightenment, and bring fertility and magic towards us. Sort of like, those Egyptians were all about that. Okay, I didn't mean to go sideways, but that the ibis came, and then that the Native Americans said that they were the last to seek shelter from a hurricane and the first to emerge. I mean, I got to witness a double rainbow when I came home from the shelter. I know that was the heavens speaking to me, and that these ibis were right here in my front area. And that's never happened. Now, I see them on my property, yes, in the grass, but that I'm just walking out at 8 in the morning and they're right there, like not even 10, 12 feet from me. That's never happened in the 3 years I've owned this home. Okay. So the heavens are giving me signs. And so I mainly want to do this now. I live in the Northern Hemisphere. My friends to the Southern Hemisphere, I'm going to do this autumn equinox. But for all of you, I love you all. Okay? Okay. So the Herfest. This is by the Fairy Festival cards by Anna Franklin. The card shows a group of fairies at the autumn equinox, which is also called Herfest, the harvest festival. Corn stands ready to be harvested, and in the foreground is a poppy fairy. Okay, a poppy fairy with flowers in her hair. See how pretty she is? I don't know. Is the lighting right? There she is, right here with poppies in her hair. Okay, let's see if I bring it too close. Okay. A fairy hunter armed with bows stalks his prey, while in the background the fairy island is hidden in mist. Okay, so now this is a fairy island, and some fairy festival cards are a fairy mound. Okay, so this is an island. You can see the water. Okay, and Herfest, the harvest festival, is celebrated at the autumn equinox, and in Britain and Ireland it marks the major harvest. Light and darkness stand in balance, with equal hours of night and day, but the darkness is gaining, and with it barren winter. This is symbolized by the battles within such fairies as the Sea Mither and Turan, who represent summer and winter respectively. Okay, so I'm not going to read all this, it's a long read. But anyway, the divinatory meaning. The festival card of Herfest indicates fruition, completion, harvest, reward, recognition, success through hard work, and bounty. Okay, I'm sorry if I didn't hold that right. So the festival card of Herfest indicates fruition, completion, harvest, reward, recognition, success through hard work, and bounty. Okay, and here we have the ibis coming through with the, code of fertility as well. So again, but I couldn't believe that the Native Americans, I'm going to set this over here so we can, whatever comes through, because I got to read from the book. This is not, tarot here. And Anna Franklin, I respect her so much. These, you can tell, this is one of my first tarot, or, well, this is not a tarot deck, but right away, I love the Fae realm, and I love the witchy woman, and Anna Franklin is a witchy woman. She's pagan all the way, and I respect that very, very much, okay? And then I brought out my new dragon deck, the Celtics, and I really like this new deck too, so let's see what comes through. And I did bring out Club Baron Reed. I don't have her new deck, but, you know, I'm bringing this one out. But I found it fascinating to know how these ibis came through. I might even put an image of an ibis for this book, for this video, because it just meant so much to me this morning. And, I had a beautiful blue and gold macaw, Max. I had him for 12 years. They're so intelligent, these birds. They really, really are. Okay, so, and I have one quote here by W.B. Yeats. He's a grand poet. Okay, and it reads here, for the September equinox: empty your heart of its mortal dream. The winds awaken, the leaves whirl round. Our cheeks are pale, our hair is unbound. The host is rushing twixt night and day. And where is their hope or deed as fair? And the deed is D-E-E-D. Okay? So please just remember that the time of darkening of the equinox, the balance between sun and shadow. So actually I did let my yellow candle burn, and I brought out this black candle here, to understand that here in the Northern Hemisphere is where we're going to go. But it's all good. It's about embracing the light. And September is, a cool month in Florida as well. But let's see what happens when we do this reading. Okay? All right. And you know what? I'm going to open up with my Native American cards right here. I love this as well. And we know this alignment has been happening. Let's take this through 2017, because 2018 is going to be very, very powerful, I feel, because I think these hurricanes are totally a sign of cleansing and removing and waking us up. That Mother Nature, okay, the heavens are in charge, not these governments, okay, and no dissing my Caribbean islands, and that people so poor over there and they have less now. It breaks my heart, okay, but uh, even the governor, I think, from what was the first island hit? He lost his roof. He's feeling it. And that's the problem with these other people in government. They don't feel it. They reign supreme. I must say, I think Queen Elizabeth felt it when Windsor went on fire, right? I'm sure she lost her mind then. But I don't know about our president, unless he's lost his mind already. Okay, the alignment. Great Spirit, Mother Creator, bless the earth through my life. Source of all nourishment, we seek to replenish your sacred world. Guide us now through those images, words, and feelings within as we reach into the wholeness. Let all that is needed be known. Welcome, energies of earth, air, fire, and water. Let us create a life of beauty, reverence, and wonder. With each season, let us rejoice through every phase of sun and moon. Let us be in harmony. In every direction shall we offer our love. Let the reading begin, and let us be in alignment for what's to come. I align now with the vaster presence, which is my true self. I acknowledge I am more than I have seen myself to be. I now seek to become more. Okay. And that's going to be the mantra for 2018. We're going to become these spiritual warriors. We're going to align what we know are the beautiful ones. And we understand that there's more to life than having, money or whatever it is. Faith is an energy of your heart. Make room for it. Okay? And no, we have to pay the bills. Now, I'm not taking away from resources. But what I'm trying to share, that people who make money off of the beautiful ones and don't want to represent, we don't come for those kind. And again, here comes the hurricane, and people reading from a Bible. Joel Osteen wouldn't open up his arena. I'm so PO'd with that one. I really, really am. How dare you? How dare you? You've made money from people who are believe in you, and then you couldn't. That's an example of people who want to make money off of Jesus and don't really value that. They just value, you know, They just value physical things, materialistic things. And you know, materiality is all about the devil, right? You know that Diablo is all about materiality, domination, ambition, karma. This card, I didn't pick it, but we wanted to come through. You know, it's not good. You know, it's like their ego gets in the way, and that's not good. Okay, that is not good. But we're not here to, you know, I'm not a preacher, people. I believe that. But I am a mystic woman, and I would love to see us tap more of that individually ourselves. But it takes time and energy. You have to go within. You have to, call it meditation time or chill out time, whatever word you want to use. But you have to talk to them. You know, I say I pray a lot. When I say I pray a lot, it's not like I'm reading, doing the Hail Marys or the Our Fathers. No, no. I'm talking to God. Okay. I'm talking to God. I'm speaking with Jesus. I call on Mother Mary. I call on Lady Isis. Okay. In that shelter, I was talking to Lady Isis. In that prayer circle, I was talking to Jesus, Father God. Okay. And you know the beautiful thing about that prayer circle, I knew I was at the right place at the right time in that shelter because I call him Father God. And all three preachers called him out as Dear Father God. And I knew right there and then, I knew I was supposed to be there. Okay. It was very good. Okay, so now let's see what the Fae realm has to say about this autumn equinox for our northern hemisphere. And, in the Fae realm, very powerful. Don't give up on them, okay? They are very, very, very powerful. And I can tell you stories about them as well. And even the rental, they were there because I'd come from a condo for 10 years. No Fae realm in a 4-story house and apartment. But, yeah, they definitely were there in that rental. But they were very, you know how Fae do, mischievous. Okay, so we have some cards on the table, and this one just slid out too. Okay, we have 2 cards here now. I don't know how that one just slid out, but it just did. I just had to pull it out. It was sticking out already. Okay, and then we'll pick one from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms at the end. Okay? There we go. Thank you all for watching and being patient with me during this time of my dysfunction of, I'm just praying. And I may take some downtime and make sure that these hurricanes go away and I can just get my life back on board. Look at this, how beautiful. Look how this is beautiful. This is Anna Franklin herself. This is Anna Franklin. This is Anna Franklin, her image. That's her holding the Excalibur sword as the maiden, the Lake Maiden. Oh my goodness gracious, you look at and look at the leaves. It's the autumn leaves. How fabulous! How fabulous that she opens up our reading. Anna Franklin as the Lake Maiden, and she's in this deck again as another priestess sword. Oh, how wonderful! Ah, how wonderful! This is so standing strong. Anna Franklin comes through holding the Excalibur in the lake, like the Lady of the Lake, with the autumn leaves. Oh, that's the happiest I've been in a week now. I love this deck. I've had this deck since all the years I've been on YouTube. How fabulous. Okay, now we have another 7, 2 sevens. Wow, that's kind of cool. And you know, sevens I think is the spiritual challenges or the spiritual victory. And this is you can see the ivy here of the winter holly. You can see the pine cones. So this is a winter card. As I told you, this deck is all about the seasons, okay? And fashion, if I pronounce it right. We'll have to read. See, that's what I have to read from the book, okay? Because these are things that I just can't recall how it's written. But this is Anna Franklin herself. Isn't she beautiful? She's so pretty. Oh, how cool. Okay, well, let's just set her here. Well, I gotta set her here by the yellow candle. Stand strong. And this is a good card too. He's got a message, no doubt. Oh, how beautiful. Look at this, another autumn card. Wow. Okay. So the fairy ring are speaking. This is known as the fairy ring deck. How beautiful. The mermaid is here. And you can see, look at this. Another autumn deck. Okay, you can see. It's another autumn deck. And yeah, 2121. I just saw the number. Okay. So here we have the autumn leaves, all right, represent the northern hemisphere for the equinox. But look, see the mirror of the mermaid? You know, mermaids always would comb their hair and they like to look. And look, it's a full moon right there. Okay. See the light reflecting to the mirror? She's by a seashore. How wonderful. How wonderful. Let's stand those both strong. I don't know. I think I'm going to pick these right now because I think they should go together with what's going down here. Okay. Oh, the brownie. Okay. And the habit trot. Both beautiful cards. They're sort of like the same energy. The brownie is one supposedly that now this is summer. You can see the summer flowers, and this is spring. Okay. But the brownie is a special elf that um, is in your home and loves your family, loves you, and always keeps your house nice and clean and tidy. And this month is all about that clearing. Okay, it truly is. Hold on a moment. Let me just pull out my. Hold on a second. Let me pull out this paperwork here. Hold on. I gotta lean for it. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Okay, rest after labor, MABON, autumn equinox. The name of this autumn equinox is known as MABON. Balance of light and dark. We talked about that. Organize, clean out, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual clutter. Okay? And this brownie represents that. Okay, so it's time to action to realize pulse on. Okay? All right. So here we have the brownie even confirming that. And then we have and the spring, usually in springtime, even here in the US, it's time to clean out the clutter, but it's also for this month doing that as well, okay? For September here in the northern hemisphere. And Habitrot, she's very fascinating, and you can see there's a fairy mound with her, and she's spinning the yarn of the wheel, and there's a transformation butterfly. She'll speak of that. So we'll talk about these cards in a moment, okay? Let me continue and see what else we have going on here. But that Anna Franklin opened up the reading with the Lake Maiden. See the waterfall. And for those of you who live by the mountains, get by a waterfall, introspect. It's time now. These hurricanes are talking about cleansing. Earthquakes. LA had an earthquake in Mexico. I think I just read 85 people already found deceased. Mother Nature's talking. The heavens are talking to us. Okay. And it's not going to end yet. It's not going to end yet until we wake up. And you see how the sadness is it's happening to people who are the most poorest. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that. But this, God works in mysterious ways. Grounding. Five of Wands, Five of Fire. Okay, so we know that fives are about those changes. All right, time to travel on, move on. Look at these mountains again and these beautiful trees. This is Anna Franklin's The Sacred Circle. Now this is a tarot deck. Okay, the Sacred Circle Tarot. Okay, so here we have it. And isn't that kind of unique that here she's got her sword with, see, her sword is shining there, and this main sword is shining there, and even the Mermaid card, the Ace. She's the Ace. Seven, Ace. She's got it shining via Luna. Okay, so look up. We talk about looking up all the time. Look up to the stars. Look up to Luna. Okay, but this is about grounding, and the Wands is that fire, spirit, source, force. So you ground, okay? And that means you grounding with Mother, you so be it, okay? So do it. Okay, but this to me is about spirit too, grounding with spirit. We got to pray, my friends. And I'm not talking about, praying from a book. I'm not talking about praying from a Bible. I'm talking about you speak to those people you believe in, your ancestors, the ones in heaven, Father God, whoever it is to you. Okay? Freya, whoever it is to you, Rhiannon, you pray. Okay? You talk to them. And then you journal. We got to journal it down. Okay? How beautiful. This is really about a change, no doubt. A change. Movement. It's, it's like if you've been restless, it's time to move. Okay? Time to move and get it going here. Five of Swords. Okay, so this says grounding. And now we have two fives again. So we've had two sevens and a 3 and a 4. And now we have two fives. And this says defeat. Okay. And the Five of Swords, is one that can talk about that. But I instead of saying defeat, I just rather say it's time to change. Okay. It's like it's time. If you don't love your job, move on. Okay. If you don't like the location where you live, move on. Okay. It's really, and really, this is a time, 2018, we really want to become with the wisdom of who our soul is all about. Okay. We're coded to be born on this planet for a purpose. Okay. And so it's time to change towards that purpose. Why are you here? If you're watching videos like mine, or even the astrologers, these are changing times, and we need to change with them. But for ourselves, not egomaniac wise, but for our future, and especially if you have children, for their future, teach them that they're coded as well. Teach them they're born at that certain date and time in that certain region of the planet for a reason, a purpose. Okay? And it's all positive. But this is definitely about a change, a physical change, a health change. It can also mean like you're going to travel on. All right? And look at the sky, has some fire in it, And we see the big monoliths here with the flowers. It's not it's not a change to fear. It's a change to maybe go to a new geographical place, a new region, a new job. Just believe in you, okay? Just believe in you. What's coming through now, on this channel, we've been talking for years to become your own alchemist, your own magician, okay? Because within that, you have power. And even though sometimes, we all can go into a place where we don't even understand what's going on, like, all these hurricanes and earthquakes. Like I said, someone special wrote to me today. But we got to stand strong and see, look who comes. The Knight of Wands. Now, he's a badass in this tarot deck. She highlights him very large, actually. I might have to read him specifically from this um, Sacred Circle Tarot because he is the warrior of this deck, the adventurer, the Knight of Wands. And you see he's holding his staff on fire strong. He's in a meadow and he knows what to do. Okay, he really does. He really is. He's one of the major cards in the deck as this knight adventurer of fire, passion energy. Okay. Yes. I may have to read him specifically because what he has to say is what she writes about him is very cool. Okay. So let's go to this. Now the dragons. Oh boy, look at this. Now we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, the Ten of Swords. And usually, yes, the 10 is a dramatic card because they show usually, someone with the 10 swords because the swords is the air element, how we're thinking. But we don't have to think sideways anymore. We can just travel on. All these cards, and with the Maiden opening up the reading, the, the, the Lady of the Lake there, the Lake Maiden, um, we can develop ourselves to know that through success and hard work, we're going to accomplish. Like this adventure right here. Okay, we're going to carry on. We know what we have to do. And that's why it's important to know your codes, know your birth date, understand, why you came here, and really where you're born and where you live today. I mean, you can be born in, Georgia, and you can be living in Spain, but there's a reason why you moved to Spain. And maybe some of you have to do that. Maybe some of you are, oh, I've been living here so long, I need to move. Do it. Okay, do it. But again, it's not like traveling like a gypsy in the respect, like make sure you have some foundation, you have some money to take care of you in case things go a little awry. We always want to be protected. And look at that. Didn't we just have some formations of stones? Yes, we did. Rock formations. So you see these rock formations here. Another sword card. Okay. So here's rock formations, and here's our stone rock formations as well. Now, please don't be mentally defeated. Okay. To me, the fives means we got to move forward. Okay. We no longer want to be beat up in a place that perhaps we know we have to exit from. Okay. And you keep staying there, then that will be your defeat. But here we have the Ten of Swords. Again, realize, and we're talking about the dragon now. The dragon has a little blood too. But dragons come back. That's the whole coolest thing. They live on and on and on. Okay. They truly do. So it's just a superficial wound. But it's time to move. And I look at tens, as number of success numerology wise in large amounts, and I see it as transcendence. Like, here's the Five of Swords, that it's time to go. Okay. It's time to grow. It truly is. It's time. And you got to work hard, people. There's no free ride. There's no free ride. I've said it since first probably time on YouTube. There's no free ride. But when you do it on your own, and you do it for yourself and your family or whoever that may be, you carry your own shield and spear, and you're the warrior then. Okay, you're the warrior. So, but see, for those of you who live in the areas, these monoliths or these large stones must have a meaning for you as well. So embrace that. Okay. All right. So do not give up on you. Look at that. Please do not give up on you. The Grimoire of Life. The wheel turns. Learn to ride with dragons. Okay, there you go. The Grimoire of Life. The wheel turns. Learn to ride with dragons. There it is. So here we have the wheel of fortune. Okay, the wheel of fortune. So this is a good time to kind of speak with these cards again in the respect. Okay, if you feel it's time to exit from your job or your place of residence or a relationship, do so. Do so, with integrity, with love, however you want to call it. Okay. And this Ten of Swords means it's time. It truly is for transcendence. for you to have the success in large amounts, okay? And learn to ride with that dragon, okay? And you just put a little band-aid on him and he'll be cool, okay? So, and you can see the fire here, but it's not over yet. And you can see even there's a cloud formation of a dragon, like even the dragon from the Sky Lord is helping this situation, healing your dragon, healing you, okay? And that's how I see tens, success in large amounts, numerology-wise. And look, we have this other 10 right there. Okay, so learn to ride with your dragon. And look, there's a pen and ink here that you're going to write your next storyline. You're going to write your destiny. You're going to ride your dragon and write about your destiny. Okay? So don't give up on you, my darlings. Never. We never give up on ourselves. We're here for a reason. Okay? We're totally here for a reason. And the Wheel of Fortune came through. And that's Jupiter's trump card, which is totally all about the Jupiter planet is about luck, growth, fortune, expansion. Okay? So stay enthusiastic. And now we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, the Four of Pentacles is here. Now, again, the Four of Pentacles is the Four of Earth. You know, sort of like our body rhythm and the way how we're feeling. Okay. But to me, numerology-wise, the fours are about that supply, that good supply and stability. You know, we talk about that all the time, how the pyramids were built on point of four, the square point, and then up to the heavens to transform from the stars. Okay. And it's lasted for thousand years, so it's stable. Okay. So you just continue on your mission. But sometimes this card shows somebody sort of like hoarding the money. Never do that. Okay. We don't hoard money. We give back, we pay it forward, and life, the universe will deliver your destiny. Okay. This is not about, you know, talking nonsense and trying to make money off of it. I'll tell you that. I already opened up with that. Okay, well, first I have to go to Anna Franklin right here and the warrior. And let's see. Well, the warrior comes from the other deck. But let's see what happens here with, let me see what time I am. Okay, yes, I got time. The Lake Maiden. We have to read about the Lake Maiden from the autumn. Definitely. With Anna Franklin on the oh, and look, the lady of the autumn card is Morgan Le Fay. Okay, so she's, you know, she's the witchiest woman in the court of Avalon there, King Arthur's half sister. Oh my goodness. Morgan Le Fay. The card shows Morgan Le Fay, a tall red-haired woman dressed in a red gown and holding a sword. She is surrounded by apple trees which bear blossom and fruit at the same time. In the background is the magical island of Avalon. Now let me see. Didn't we just pull? Okay. Okay. In the background is the magical island of Avalon, which she rules as its queen. A butterfly perches the corner of the card. Didn't we just? What's this? No. Okay. I could have sworn we just had. I guess not. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, the mound. Here we go. Oh, this mound. Okay. The hermit trap. We might have to read that because see, there's a mound there. It's not the Avalon mound, but island, but it's, and there's a butterfly. A butterfly perches in the corner of the card. Okay, and it says here, Morgan Le Fay was the sister of King Arthur. But we're not going to go to Morgan Le Fay. But yes, you know, I embrace her very. Yeah, Morgan Le Fay is the mistress of occult knowledge. She indicates wisdom and power gained from study and experience combined. Depending on the surrounding card, she may indicate aspiration and ambition, but also cunning and ruthlessness. Yayism. Okay, so we're looking at 7. Here it is. The Lake Maiden. How beautiful. Okay, and look at that. She was when I first received this deck on March 3rd, 2003, 333, I received the Lady Maiden. Okay, so 2003, I didn't come to YouTube till 2011, okay? I've had this deck a long time. I love this deck. The Autumn card. Oh, look at that. It says, action I need to take. The image. The card shows a fairy woman emerging from a still lake bearing a shining sword. In the background, there is a waterfall. In the foreground, yellow water irises fringe the lake. Okay, so this is a long read. So we're not going to go too much into all this, but let me see. Okay. Let's see. This talks about among the Arthurian legends is an account of such a fairy titled the Lady of the Lake. She was a comely fairy who snatched the baby Lancelot from his real mother and disappeared with him into the depths of a lake. Okay, so this is the Excalibur. She's holding the Excalibur here, this fairy. And this is Anna Franklin herself. It's so cool. Okay, let's see. In Le Morte d'Arthur, Thomas Mallory named the Lady of the Lake Nimue. Nimue. But others have called her Ninian or Vivienne. The arch-magician Merlin saw her dancing in the forest and fell in love with her. Diana officiated at their marriage. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just reading through. But Nimue, there's a lady out there from England. You know who I'm talking to. Remember? Remember when you taught me about Nimue? Okay. This story seems like an act of betrayal, but it may have a deeper meaning. In Celtic lore, the initiate or poet is said to spend time in a glass or spiral castle in order to gain knowledge of the goddess's secrets of life and death. And the divinatory meaning. The Lady of the Lake is the mistress of deep secrets and fairy magic. Okay, so the Lady of the Lake is the mistress of deep secrets and fairy magic. She reveals that there is a hidden power at work in your life, protecting and guiding you, equipping you with the tools to succeed. And this is the card we opened up with, my darlings. Okay, I'm working with the Lake Maiden. Water fairies have many powers, but the greatest one they possess is the gift of healing the mind, body, and spirit. Prepare yourself to visit the realm of the Lady Maiden in your imagination. And just relax and imagine that you are walking along a lovely secluded lake shore. It is warm and sunny, and you hear the gentle sound of the water lap. And I'm telling you, it was so sunny this morning. I was like, "What's going on? I want to go outside." You know, it was very so different. So you see, it's time. Guiding reveals the hidden power at work in your life, and here comes the Ibis to tell me, you know, they're the first to come from a hurricane and the last to leave a hurricane, you know, like, and that the word hurricane was used because I've been, I'm not gonna deny it, my friends. I've been sort of in a funk with that hurricane, no doubt about it. You know, let me see what time it is. Okay, let me just read about the habitat. Brownie, I know, that's about cleansing your heart. Oh, look at that. I opened up to her. See, she wanted to be read. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. I don't use this deck a lot, but I loved it. See, I pulled this in June 25th, 2008. Okay, so the card shows a haunched green-clad woman with a long lip sitting by a spinning wheel. Behind her are a fairy mound and a hold standing stone. Okay, so we've been seeing these stones, and there's a hole. But I'm going to go straight to her, okay? Just her divinatory meaning, because we don't have too much time, and I still want to pick a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. The divinatory meaning. When Habitat appears in your cards, she indicates the workings of fate and destiny. Habitat spins you a change of fortune. You will make progress. There will be advancement, accomplishment, new opportunities, and perhaps a change of career. Okay, we were just sharing here. Take this dance with and ride your dragon. The wheel of fortune is here. Take that chance. Move forward. Get out of a job you don't like anymore, or place of residence, or even a relationship if you have to exit. I pray it's not that, but then again, you know, here it is. She's confirming it. Habitat is an aspect of the ancient goddess who spins the thread of life. Her spindle whirl is revolving planets. Wow. Her spindle whirls is the revolving planets. Her wheel, the spirals of the Milky Way, and her thread is life itself. She orders the universe and the destiny of each person. Okay, so, and it says here, to work with her, relax. And that's what it just happened with the Lady of the Lake. Relax. Okay. And that's what, I even said, I think I might have to take some time off YouTube for me to sort of like relax from all this, what was just going on. But I have to read this adventure. And let me see the mermaid. Let me see. Let me just pick this one from the Hidden Realm to see what it says. Okay, let's just read it right here. Okay, this is the one from the Hidden Realms. The Horse King. Beautiful. Hold on, let me just read him first because he is one of the most powerful cards in this deck. I mean, he's the man. He's the man of this deck. Okay, he's the king of this deck. How fabulous. How wonderful. Definitely. Look at that. I think he's the last read because he is. There he is. Is he the last read? No, the Word Lord is, but he's a magician. This is the Horse King. Assistance control. The Horse King always comes to lend you the power to go the distance, forging ahead, whatever the weather. Whatever the weather. You will most certainly reach your perfect destination with this noble ally. He lets you know that some person or circumstance brought through synchronicity will certainly appear to help you with your endeavors. There you go. See, we're just talking. If you need to change, move forward, okay? He lets you know that some person or circumstance brought through synchronicity will certainly appear to help you with your endeavors. You aren't meant to go this part of the journey alone. This is also an important time to delegate authority to others so that they may assist you. Currently, you're magnetic to powerful people who are in a position to help make your dreams come true. You see, my darlings, believe in yourself, learn your codes, know who you are, okay? There's people out there who really are they're synchronized to work with us, okay? They truly are. And for those who not, F them off. Send them to where they come from, okay? I've been cursing like a banshee to all the ones that I don't want talking nonsense, okay? The Horse King asks that you remain open to those who are sent to aid you. You can be assured that you will be lifted up and will ride high in victory. Look at that. Ride high in victory. And here this Wheel of Fortune card says, the Grimoire of the Life, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Grimoire. The wheel turns, learn to ride with dragons. Okay, so here it reads, learn, you can be assured that you will be lifted up and will ride high in victory with the Horse King. How fabulous. How fabulous. And we got the sun. See the sun shining. I'm telling you, the sun was shining so bright early in the morning. It was beyond it should be, because obviously the sun rises from the east. I'm facing the east right there. But I could tell at 8 in the morning, this sunbeam was coming down, and I'm like, what is that? Usually it's up here, but it's not shining on my driveway. And there was these birds. And I'm like, how fabulous. And the ibis, I mean, when I walk the beach, I love seeing them. Okay, they're fabulous birds, and they just obviously mean something very precious to the situation. Okay, so get grounded. Remember, change is coming. Get grounded. Believe in yourselves. Okay, don't give up on you. Don't give up on you. And I don't think I have time to read that one. What time is it? I don't even see the time right now. Well, you know what? I'm just going to close it like this. Okay. Learn who you are. Believe in you. Okay. Oh, I see it now. The sun was shining bright. 49. Okay, let's go to the mermaid. We got to do it one last time because and that Knight of Wands, he is so cool in this book. Oh, look at that. I opened to her too. Okay, the autumn card of the mermaid, the ace. Okay, The card shows a mermaid. The upper half of her body is that of an attractive woman, and the lower half is like a fishtail covered in scales. Her hair is long and glossy. She sits on a rock which emerges from the sea at twilight. Okay, twilight. You could see that Luna is right here in the mirror. Okay, as a full moon. The evening star Venus. Oh, there it is. I've been talking about Venus. Actually, Venus has been so powerful. They keep telling me, you must now follow Venus. You must, you must, you must. And truly, I was thinking about Venus so much. I've never done this. I read the new moon in Libra, which was for next month, before the new moon in Virgo. And here Venus comes through again. I'm telling you, my friends, and my friend from the Atlantic coast, you know who I'm talking to. You are so fabulous that you get to see the sunrise with Venus with you on the east coast of Florida. This is very powerful. Look at this. And you know, all of you who follow me long enough, you know I love mermaids. I think I'm a mermaid. You know, I have images of mermaids. I have statues of mermaids in my house. She sits on a rock which emerges from the sea at twilight. The evening star Venus can be seen in the sky. Her mirror lies in the corner of the card, reflecting the face of the full moon. And her divinatory meaning. The mermaid is most at home in the water, the element that symbolizes emotions and feelings. When she appears upright in your spread, she heralds a time of great fulfillment and joy. This may be a time of creative inspiration when you create works of great truth and beauty. There we have it, my darlings. And look, you might meet people, synchronistically wise, that will aid in this creation, okay? And ride your dragon. You know how much I love the dragons. That's why I brought him out. I brought out this guide to the Celtic dragon. I just received this deck like a couple weeks ago, okay? This may be a time of creative inspiration when you create works of great truth and beauty. The mermaid also be a harbinger of love, attraction, passion, and marriage. She emphasizes the importance of female sensuality. Okay. For those of you seeking for that fabulous mate, and maybe it could be this personality as well, the mermaid also be a harbinger of love, attraction, passion, and marriage. She emphasizes the importance of female sensuality. Okay, so there it is, my darlings. There could be a mate made in heaven, and we just had the marriage card come through as well. So think about it. Think about it. Okay, so let's go to the wands. Here we have the wands, and we're going to go to the knight, and we'll close with him because I know he's a cool, cool card. Okay, and he's young blood. We talk about the knights. There he is, the adventurer, the knight of wands. Okay. All right, so we are at 53. We'll close down. This card depicts a young man dressed in red and gold. He holds aloft a flaming torch while carrying a spear in the other hand. He journeys through the summer twilight over a hillside covered in ferns and feather. And the divinatory meaning. The Knight of Wands represents the volatile, unchangeable nature of element of fire. He calls on you to invoke the fire within. Where is your sense of adventure? Question mark. Perhaps you lost it somewhere along the way? Question mark. Is it time to find it again? The world is full of new experiences, places to see and people to meet. Look at this. Places to see and people to meet. Ride with your dragon, okay? Okay. Now you need to stretch and challenge yourself. You are on the threshold of exciting times. The night heralds a time of action, perhaps a sudden journey or a change of residence. We were just talking about change. If you feel a change of job, a change of where you live, okay? As with the other court cards, the Knight of Wands can represent a real person who influences a change in your life. Look at this. The King is a court card. He's a major player. He is an extrovert, brimming with restless energy. He loves a challenge and is virtually fearless, thriving on the stimulation of danger and risk. The knight is intelligent, witty, charming, and humorous. His ideals are very high. He is a philosopher and a seeker after truth. He is incapable of lying. He hates any kind of unfairness or oppression and is often something of a rebel. The knight is a warm, generous, lovable character who makes a wise and loyal friend. though his temper is quick to flare up if he thinks anyone is abusing his generosity. His temper is quite short-lived, however, and you would have to do something pretty bad or unjust to make an enemy of him. But if you do, he is formidable. Be warned that the Knight of Wands is a free spirit and hates to be tied down. Romantically is a difficult proposition. Responsibility is not a word he likes. He needs the constant stimulation of new experiences, new horizons, and new ideas. Settling down does not appeal to him. Okay, so the mermaid speaks of a marriage, so maybe you could just, be friends with this cat and then love on this king. Okay. That's funny how the reading ended. But okay, well, I'm going to shut this down before YouTube shuts it down for me. All right, my dears. Well, for my Northern Hemisphere friends, enjoy this autumn equinox, okay? Because we're going to go into winter times, but that doesn't mean we have to be cold and shut in. And change your life. Change your life for 2018. I love you all. Ciao.